Good morning, dear students. I will teach you what is the clinical thermometer. Recall when you or somebody in your family had fever, the doctor measured temperature by placing a thermometer under your tongue, and this type of thermometer is called the clinical thermometer, and this type of thermometer is called the clinical thermometer or doctor's thermometer. So, a thermometer which measures our body temperature is called the clinical thermometer. A thermometer which measures the temperature of our body is called the clinical thermometer. What is the construction? How it constructs? It is a specially designed thermometer which marked from 35 degree Celsius to 43 degree Celsius. As you can see in the diagram, it is marked to the 35 degree Celsius to 43 degree Celsius, and it is because the temperature of the human body does not fall below the 35 and does not rise above the 43, and if it happens like this means beyond the limits mentioned above, then death occurs. And it consists of a large bulb made of the thin glass to which is attached is very fine capillary tube, and the capillary tube is provided with a kink. You can see in the diagram or construction as shown in the figure 4.6, and this kink allow the mercury to move into the capillary tube when the thermometer is placed in the mouth cavity of the patient, but does not allow it to flow back into the mouth of the patient, and thus it helps to read the temperature of patient. When the thermometer is taken out of his mouth, the mercury can be brought back in the bulb by jerking the movement, and the capillary tube is surrounded by a thick triangular glass tube commonly called the stem. This is the stem you can see in the diagram, and the triangular stem help in the magnifying the thin mercury thread in the capillary tube in the form of a broad band, and helps in reading the temperature accurately. And the stem is marked from 35 degrees Celsius to 43 degrees Celsius. At 37 degrees Celsius is marked a red line, and this red line indicates the normal temperature of a healthy person. And how to use the clinical thermometer? First, wash the thermometer with water and with the antiseptic lotion. Then before use, you wash the thermometer and then read the temperature. If it is more than 35 degrees Celsius, then jerk the thermometer sharply until the mercury is below 35 degrees Celsius. Then what you will do? Place the thermometer bulb under the tongue of the patient or person for 1 minute. Then do not talk while he is doing, and it is because if the person talks back, he can break the thermometer and releasing mercury, which is poisonous. Mercury is poisonous and it can harm. It is harmful for the body. And then remove the thermometer from the mouth of the person and read it, keeping your line of sight and label with mercury label in the capillary tube. And then after, handle the thermometer with care from the end away from the bulb, and do not handle from the side of the bulb. And again, rewash the thermometer with antiseptic solution, and do not sterilize the thermometer in boiling water because it can break the bulb, because mercury expands on heating, so it can break the bulb. And store the thermometer safely in some place where the temperature does not rise above 35 degree Celsius. And what are the precautions while you are using laboratory thermometer? The thermometer should be kept upright either by freely suspending it or fixing it in the some device such as cord. And the bulb of the thermometer should be completely surrounded by the liquid, and the bulb of the thermometer should not touch the sides or the base of the container. And do not dip the stem of the thermometer in the liquid, and read the temperature only when the level of mercury is steadily for 30 minutes or more, and read the temperature when the bulb is surrounded by the liquid. Do not take it out for taking a reading. Read the temperature by keeping the line of sight in label with label of the mercury in thermometer. So this is the precautions while you are using or while you are reading the laboratory thermometer. What is the activity 4.3? Activity 4.3, to find average normal temperature of a group of students. What are the materials required for the activity? Clinical thermometer and antiseptic solution. Clinical thermometer and antiseptic solution. Method: collect 10 or more healthy students of your class and wash the clinical thermometer with the antiseptic solution and record the temperature of each student in the table shown below. Then what you will do, you will take the you will write the name of the student, 10 students name you will write here, and the temperature you will measure in the degree Celsius, and then you have to write the temperature. And for find out the average temperature of the students, first you will add all the temperature of the 10 given students, and then you have to add and divided by the number of the students. Number of students is 10 and then divided by, then you can find out the average, and you will notice the temperature of the student is not 37 degrees Celsius. Some of them may have temperature such as 36.9 degrees Celsius, 36.8 degrees Celsius, whereas some may have 37.1 degrees Celsius or 37.2 degrees Celsius. At all the temperature and then divide it by the number of students. The answer is average normal temperature of healthy students. This is the digital thermometer. Nowadays doctors are using digital thermometer. And did you know India has adopted Celsius scale for measuring temperature. Before the adoption of this scale, Fahrenheit scale was used. On this scale, the range of thermometer was from 94.6 Fahrenheit to 108 Fahrenheit. The normal temperature of the human body being 98.4 degree Fahrenheit. Mercury is a toxic substance that can cause accidents. These days digital thermometers are available which do not use mercury. Now come to the oral questions. Define heat energy. Second one, what term is used to describe degree of the hotness or coldness of a body? And third one, what is the magnitude in degree Celsius for the upper standard or steam point? Fourth one, name the thermometer used to find the temperature of the human body. What is the normal range of a human body? Why is the king provide the capillary tube of a clinical thermometer? And how does transmission of heat takes place? Imagine your class teacher, imagine your teacher has a basket full of chocolates and which he intends to distribute among all of you in the class. He has three options. First option, what is the first option? He will give a chocolate bar to the first boy and tells him to pass it to the next boy, and then next boy passes on further. This is the first method, and then you can you all will get the chocolates without actually moving from your place. What is the option A? Means a teacher will give you chocolates bar first boy and tells him to pass it to the next boy. And what is the second option? Option 2 is that he asks you to line up and come to the table one by one, and after receiving your share move back to your seat. And what is the option second? He asks you to line up. You will make line and come to the table one by one, and after receiving your share move back to your seat. And option 3 is that he just throw the chocolate towards you and without any actual movement on your part. And much the same way heat energy travels from a hot body to a cold body. For example, if you hold a steel spoon on a gas flame, it will first warm, then hot, and finally so hot and that you will not be able to hold it. And the heat energy has been transmitted through the spoon without the actual movement of the particles, atoms or molecules of the spoon. Such a mode of transmission of heat is called the conduction. So this is the, and it resembles the option 1 of distributing the chocolates. First, what was the first option? First he will distribute the chocolates to the one boy, then he will pass to the other without any actual movement. And let us take another example. Take a beaker and it put a small bits of filter paper soaked in water and fill half of one of the beaker with water and place the beaker on a tripod stand and heat it with the spirit lamp. You can see in the diagram, it is seen that soaked filter paper bits rise to the top of the water and move sideways and come down again. Also the water gets heated. The example is akin to the distribution of chocolate. It is when you actually moved from your seat as described in the option 2. Such a mode of transmission of heat is called the convection. And let us take another example. Imagine it is very cold night and you have switched on your room heater and you feel warm while sitting in front of it. However, if you place a cardboard between yourself and the heater, you do not feel the heat. It means the heat energy is directly reaching you without heating the air, much the same way as the chocolates directly reaches you to in the third option. Teacher throw the chocolates towards you and without coming you will get the chocolates. So this type of mode of transmission of heat is called the radiation. So in this you learnt that what is the conduction, convection and radiation. Now we will discuss about the conduction.